Good morning. It is July 17th, 2026, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is your pre-market analysis. All right, we're going to cover NASDAQ, ES, and Bitcoin. Jumping into the NASDAQ chart here. Yesterday, I did hint that there was a good possibility we were going to have a retracement due to a divergence that I had spotted, and sure enough, we did have price finally break down, went through the EQ here. So this is the area I was pointing out. We had this as resistance. It continued to knock on that door. It was unable to get through. And then with the divergence that I had spotted, it was clear to me that there was a very good chance we were going to have a move to the downside. So once price did break through this EQ area here, and I knew we were going down. So went down to I had these levels all marked out. I had the 29,178, and look at that. Look at how right there is where the new body started moving to the downside. Kind of ironic how that happens, right? I'm sure that was just pure luck. I just randomly put that line there. I don't know what I'm talking about. So price continues on down, and where's it headed? Right to this area. I said one of the last things before I got off the charts yesterday. In that video, I said this was the area I had in interest for support. And we are just about there. If you notice, I'll zoom in a little bit here. If you notice, we stopped just before actually touching this. The wick has not actually touched that. To me, that is suspicious. I'm thinking that price is going to make another push down and maybe even come through here a little bit before pulling back up. So this would be the area that I'm going to look for support. If this does push down into here and does not come back up, it's going to flip this from support into resistance. So if we get a close below this level, look for more downside. And where's the next downside? If you're watching this channel, you already know I'm looking for this EQ area right here. So these levels are fixed. It's always there. I mean, trading is not hard. People make it a lot more difficult than it needs to be. I already have this line here. So if we lose this as support, I'm looking at about 27,300 range for NQ, and that would be our support. All right, let's jump into ES. So ES was holding above, right? NQ was breaking down. ES was holding support up here. It finally did break down. Now that we are breaking down below, this is going to be resistance. It's no longer support. So what are we looking for? Downside targets, obviously. So the downside target that I have is the prior week low would be $7,468. Look for this, for some sensitivity, how this reacts. If this area holds, then we're probably going to get a nice little bounce. But if we see this go right through and get a candle close below this, yeah, I'm looking at 7,400 for ES, and even down here to the prior month low, 7,200. So depending on how these bodies close will give me some new fresh targets to share with you guys. So that is all I have for ES. And then let's jump into Bitcoin quick. So Bitcoin, I was hopeful that Bitcoin would hold support and continue on. I thought, well, maybe the money's going to drain out of the futures markets and into crypto. And as you can see, crypto is kind of following suit at the moment. I'm going to leave this here. So this is still an upward target that I'm looking at. I'm looking for that prior month high of 73,984. Failure to do that. If this cannot find a footing, then we are looking at more downside. And I keep telling you, this is the areas I'm looking at. The prior month low, so around 58,000. Failing to hold that as support will have us down here at these levels I've been looking at for months now, it seems like. 51,400 to 54,670 is the targets that I have for the low side at the moment. All right, so that is all I have for you today. If you are trading, good luck, and I will catch you in the next video.